I'm about to check, make sure. So,
What's up, everybody? It is the 30s perspective. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
hey, what's up?
So it's our 16th episode. It says that my microphone is muted. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. So it says that it's our 16th episode, which is pretty exciting. This, once was just an idea in my head and in Brandon's head. And, we had a meeting of the minds, and then we were able to, bring this to fruition. So that's pretty cool. So episode 16, we decided we were going to just freestyle. We're going to, instead of today having a topic, we're just going to talk about what's on our minds, what's on our hearts, what's in our spirit, I want to introduce B Mike.
Hey, normally got more people. I don't know where they're at, but right now it's just the two of us.
It's all good, It was the two of us before, so we could do that again.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. Oh, we got Elisha.
Oh, she in? There we go.
Hey.
Hey, boo.
Sorry, y'all.
Everybody, I just introduced my co-host B Mike, and then Elisha must have knew what time it was. So she popped in just for her introduction. So everybody say hey to Elisha Terrell. Not Elisha Terrell. Not Elisha.
No, it's
Terrell.
not.
Isn't it
It's
Paige
Elisha
now?
Page. I stand corrected.
Stand correct.
And you were at the wedding.
She was my
right.
DJ at the wedding.
Look, you gotta remember we've been
witness.
friends for several years. Probably like
witness to
5 years now or so. And I've
it's been longer than that because me and John been together for 6 years.
6 years.
So it's been longer than that, Sherelle, because we were friends before me and John got together.
Yeah, so 6 years.
6,
so
7.
I've called her Elisha Terrell up till, recently. So
right.
Your hair is cute, girl.
Listen.
I meant to tell
Let me just tell you, shout out to my girl Bree.
She braided the mess out of that hair.
Girl. My little sexy African. She did it. I'm telling you.
She definitely did it. How long did it take her to do it is the question.
Like 4.5 hours.
It looked like it hurt.
Oh yeah. The first couple of days it hurt. Come on now,
it's
Sherelle.
real neat though. She did her thing.
Listen, this is why I love going to the Africans that do hair. Like she used to work down at the one African shop downtown. I forget the name of it. But then when she got pregnant with her son, they weren't willing to work with her hours that she needed. So she just decided to go her own separate way and kind of just do it at the luxury and convenience of her home. So
and she better do her thing.
That's what I told her. I said, go ahead, girl. And she does pop-up shops around town.
I want to get
she sells different things like African black soap, some shoes that she gets and stuff like that, like a whole bunch of stuff. She was all for it. And I was like, yes, girl, yes. I was like, we have just become best friends.
Shout out to Bree.
Yes.
Black-owned businesses.
Right.
I want to get some of those passion twists. That's what I want. Like the ones Hillary had.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get some of those for the winter.
What about you, B Mike?
What's going on? I don't have anything to contribute to this conversation at the moment. I'm just listening.
What you mean? You don't want to get your hair done?
I don't know what a passion braid is. What's a passion braid? that when your brain
It's
is
where
real
it's done with
angrily?
passion.
Passion. What is a passion?
Yeah, put your heart and soul in it.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know, man. What's been going on with y'all this week, man? There's been a lot of stuff kind of happening. I know everybody's talking about the Brandy and Monica. They're talking about R. Kelly getting attacked in jail and the shootings, and there's a lot of stuff happening. Like,
rest in peace to Chadwick.
And of course,
Boseman.
Chadwick. That was a big hurt piece right there. I was like, what?
2020 is on some straight trash. Okay.
Listen, I cried like I lost my best friend.
I wanted to cry.
When I tell you that I cried, I was at work. I was at work when I found out. I was so heartbroken. And then when they did that tribute for him the other night, I bawled like a little baby. I said,
"Who did a tribute for him?"
Yeah, they did it on. It was on the
CBS or not ABC.
ABC, was it ABC?
I don't know.
When they played
CBS
Black
or whatever it
Panther.
was. Yeah, after they played the Black Panther movie, yeah. Then they said T-Mobile, sponsored by T-Mobile.
Of course.
So what they do though after that? That was it. They just played it and that was it.
What do you want them to do?
They did a tribute to
telethon?
him.
Did some people perform? Like, what was the tribute?
No. So what they did is they had people Zoom call in or Skype in, like his co-hosts and everybody that like he worked with over the years, and like Denzel Washington and Felicia Rashad was on there because they're two people that actually helped him get through college.
They sponsored him financially.
Yeah, well, Denzel sponsored him. Felicia Rashad was his professor, and she was speaking on that. Yeah, she was his teacher at Howard.
At Hillman? Howard. Hillman.
And then like Kamala Harris, she spoke because they both went to Howard together, or not together, but they both went to Howard, and they said that it's one of those things where if you're a Howard alumni, like you're always whatever, but how that is. But anyway, so yeah, he's all the
opportunity to turn it into a political moment.
Well, no, she didn't actually.
Okay, good, because I'm like,
the only thing that she said politically is that he tweeted out that
apparently his last tweet was supporting her.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
And that
like, we just have this moment and not turn it into that.
No, like people are like, I don't see. This is why I don't understand with people, man. Like, yeah, like we're sad that Chadwick died. That doesn't mean that his death isn't linked to other things. Like people started talking about who's gonna play Black Panther now, and you got fans who are like, it's too soon to be talking about. I'm like, we all thought about it. I don't know why we can't talk about it. We were like, oh, what's gonna happen? But if we say it, it's supposed to be bad. I was wondering what's gonna happen with Black Panther 2 when it happened myself. But in terms of linking it to political, whatever,
right now. Because nobody.
I don't like that. Like that, if he died, I don't want to. I don't care about what you think people should be voting for. Like, get out of here. Yeah. We can talk about that on the commercial. The commercial could really be about that.
You know what? She spoke very highly of him, and not in like, she spoke about, his the way that he carries himself and the way that he presented himself, and the same way that we got that warmth, loving feeling of a king from the movie. She said that's exactly how he was in person. He was a very humble, soft-spoken person, and that he's going to be sorely missed. Everybody spoke, even like all of his co-hosts, like as far as like the Avengers and everybody. Captain America spoke, and what's his name? Iron Man. He spoke, and you don't
know nobody's names.
Robert Downey Jr.
Okay, he was like, Iron Man, Hulk was there, Falcon, And then,
Well,
like,
that's because
Doctor
that's what they
Strange.
presented themselves when they were speaking about him.
That's awesome.
Do you know that
Well,
my husband is a nerd?
Yeah, I get it.
Oh,
get
okay.
I get it. I'm
He's
all
a
with it.
nerd.
Trust
His
me.
ring is a Batman. It has Batman on it.
Okay. All right.
He's my Batman. My superhuman.
Batman's not superhuman.
Yes, he is.
He's not. He's smart, rich with a bunch of gadgets. He's the DC version of Iron Man.
He is a superhuman.
No, he's not.
Yes, he
He might be
is.
the world's greatest detective, but he has no superpowers. He has zero.
You're right.
Superpowers.
He doesn't have any. I said superhuman, not superhero. I said superhuman.
What?
He's a human. He is
He
human.
is human.
Right.
He's not super, other than
Yes,
he's rich.
he
He even
is.
says it. He said it in the Justice League movie. The Flash asked him, "What's your superpower?" He's like, "I'm rich," and he drove off.
Yeah, that's it. He's not. And that's why I like Batman. That's why I don't like Batman. I love Batman because he does it and he ain't got no powers.
Batman is my favorite.
He is. Oh
Really?
my God, I love Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Batman.
Batman's been my favorite for some time. So,
Yeah.
you know.
No, I got the text.
I don't see a lot of depth to his character, so
You
I
see?
can't really relate.
Brandon,
What happened?
look.
Okay, you got the whole. I just, in terms of my connection with Batman, I don't see a lot of depth to the character. Now, trust me, I'm a big fan of Gotham, the TV series, and I watched all the movies. I'm a fan of Batman, just then compared to other superheroes and other characters like that. I just feel he don't have a lot of character depth. I really don't.
Character depth. What's more depth than having your parents robbed and murdered, and then you starting this whole new life as a vigilante? Like, what's more depth than that?
Here's more depth than that. Let's take a look at Spider-Man. All right, one, his parents were already dead. He lived with his Aunt May and his Uncle Ben died. He had to balance being a superhero while going to school and having a job.
Oh,
I'm more relatable
Batman
with that.
gotta handle being Batman and being a rich nigga.
Oh, because that's so hard. Okay. Yeah, he owns Wayne Enterprises, fine, which makes everything in Gotham.
He did the same thing that every other one of them did. Except
what?
he did it without having any superpowers.
Nah, he knew what everybody else did. I mean,
yes, he did.
He didn't even.
Spider-Man was a vigilante as well. He went out.
But Batman's not balancing money issues and trying to hold on to a girlfriend, and he didn't have none of that stuff. He wasn't balancing the same things.
Really?
He wasn't. So, I mean, he was endlessly rich. He didn't even create his own gadgets. Lucius Fox created his gadgets. Alfred repaired and made all his clothes. He didn't have to do none of that.
Well, when
Spider-Man
you're
had
rich,
to make all his stuff himself.
When you're rich, you don't have to do those things. You don't.
You're right. That's
why,
what I'm
why
saying.
wouldn't you? Why would you do those things?
I'm not saying you would. What I'm
have
saying
somebody
is,
else do it.
in terms of character depth and relatability, relating to a rich guy that does nothing for himself. I mean, he definitely super smart, and he got the gadget for everything, and that's all that. But I mean, he didn't do any of it himself. Like, the money was given to him. Like I said, his gadgets are made by Lucius Fox. Alfred maintains the house. He doesn't want for any, he don't have any struggles other than, fighting some people, which is fine.
You're right.
But in terms of compared to the other
Be in
ones,
love, but he don't know how to trust anybody. He doesn't know how to balance having a real life outside of this life that he has created. He had real struggles.
sound
like real life to me.
He had real
everyday life.
He didn't really have a family. He didn't really have. He didn't have a family. He didn't really have much of a support system till later on. He had to be out in these.
He always had Alfred. He always had Alfred.
He always had
Alfred.
Alfred. But that wasn't a companion or.
He's a worker.
Exactly.
they became cool.
Oh, come
but
on now. Wait a second.
You're the
If
help.
you watch Gotham,
You're right.
If you watch Gotham, he's more than that.
Huh?
No, if you
You're
watch
right.
Gotham, he's more than that.
You're right. He's more than that. But that's the
Way
same
more than
thing
the help.
that's the same thing that Auntie was to Spider-Man.
No,
That one support.
All right, you watch Gotham, right? I know maybe Sherelle didn't, but watching Gotham.
Sherelle watched Gotham a lot.
Right. So she knows that Alfred.
He knows some Jessica.
Right? No, I'm
Right.
saying. No, what I'm saying is he taught Bruce Wayne how to fight, right? Before he got the Ra's al Ghul, like and all that stuff later on, Alfred's the one taught him how to fight. Alfred's the one that taught him about, morality and the duality of living the life he wanted to live. He's the one that supported him throughout the entire thing. He was there every time Bruce got in trouble. Alfred and Detective Gordon was the one getting him out, man. Like Alfred was right. He wasn't just like the butler.
It doesn't negate the fact that he didn't really have much family and much support. It doesn't negate that. He's still a lonely man roaming this earth with trauma and PTSD.
He does. He got trauma. I'm not saying he doesn't. I'm just saying in terms of relatability and character depth, I look at Marvel.
Then that's you. You want to be Spider-Man, and I want to be Batman.
Okay, but you rather be Batman than Iron Man?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because I don't know why I have to keep telling you how much I love Batman. Like
I love Batman, but if I had to choose
Batman. Like I love everything about him.
Well, Iron Man dies, so we're gonna go with Batman.
That's because Batman doesn't have any smart villains.
So?
The Riddler's kind of smart, but he's kind of too smart for his own good, and he always beats himself.
Joker's not stupid.
Not by any
means. He's not stupid, but at the same time, he has no interest in killing Batman.
So?
That's because he kind of toys with him because he knows that he can.
This is why
he plays on Batman's emotions. He plays on Batman's emotions.
Right, but he never wants to kill Batman because he feels that's his other half. Like he feels this revolving relationship. That's his
alter ego.
So that's a wise villain, though. That's a real wise villain.
How is that a wise villain?
Because he's gonna hit you where it hurts. He's hitting you up here, like he's messing with your mind, your spirit, your morals. He's hitting you in a whole other area. He can hit you with violence.
Just kill Batman.
He can hit you with violence, but Batman's gonna combat that every time. So
but he can just kill Batman. Many times that he just didn't do it. He just killed Batman.
He doesn't want to. That's the mind game. He hits you up here. He hits you right here. Like he's not about to kill you. Why? You probably want to die. Look at what you out here doing. You don't have to do this. You a regular dude
Joker.
with money. You don't really have to do this. So there has to be a little bit of you don't care about whether you die or not.
You just
so like he's really like a wise villain. That's why I love Lego Batman so much. Oh my gosh.
Lego Batman's hilarious.
Lego Batman's hilarious, man. It's one of my favorite Batmans because it's just the relationship, the dynamic between the two of them, and how it's just like this. He turns it into like a relationship, like of I want you. How come you don't? You know you want me, and he's like,
and they play on that in Gotham too, and like it's just this thing. He's in love with Batman, and it is hilarious. Though.
It's hilarious, man.
Who's our favorite Joker? Who plays our favorite Joker?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
I can't say I have a favorite. But
Hugh Jackman?
Yeah. Not Hugh Jackman, but not Hugh Jackman, but
Heath Ledger?
Yeah, Heath Ledger.
Jack Nicholson.
I always get them two mixed up. Heath Ledger.
I was like, Hugh Jackman?
I know. I said I know.
What's going on? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I love
Those three
him.
are on the same level for me. Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger,
Mm-mm.
and Joaquin Phoenix. All three for
Ledger.
me are on the same level. Jack Nicholson because of the nostalgia. Like I watched it as a kid. Me and my uncle, who had passed away.
That's the older.
Yeah, rest in peace to my uncle. We used to watch it and quote all his stuff together. Like it's just nostalgic for me. Like that one.
If you go older, then yes. If you go more like recent, then I'm going with my man's.
Yo, you know what it is? I gotta say this, and I know it's an unpopular opinion, but I like my Joker to have fun. Like, there's too many villains out there trying to teach a lesson to Gotham, to Batman. I like the Jokers that were just having a ball, having fun, being an mischievous, being evil. Like Jack Nicholson is like my favorite one. He was having fun being Joker, and even when he was being evil,
fun to be like.
Yeah, but see, the difference. The difference is that like Heath Ledger's
character.
Yeah, but Heath Ledger was kind of like trying to teach a lesson. He was more like Jigsaw than he was Joker to me. Like he was more like a doofus saw trying to teach lessons and stuff. Jack Nicholson wasn't trying to teach somebody a lesson. He just wanted to poison the cosmetics and watch people flip out.
I'm gonna have to call you back.
So like that's and then I don't know, a lot of people didn't. I like Jared Leto's Joker because he was having fun. It was over the top. He wasn't trying to teach any lessons or do anything. You know, I mean, I respect Heath Ledger by far. Awesome performance, all that. But the Joker itself was really like trying to teach a lesson. And it was like, Joker trying to teach lessons is not really, Because think about this when y'all watch Gotham. Think about Jerome Valeska. I mean, I know he plays Killing Joke. He's not really the Joker, but that type of character where he didn't have a lesson in mind. It was just about chaos. The maniacs just doing, just having a blast, just being unpredictably chaotic.
Yeah, but I
to
still
me, that's
believe
what Joker should be.
that there's always a method to your madness. So like,
right, which is why I like when Jeremiah took over the character, with that role in the thing, because there was more intelligence to it. I get it. It's just
I like that story in Gotham, like about how he got started. That's the cool thing about Joker, because you can just keep switching around his origin story to whatever you want it to be. So
yeah,
that and many things make him like the best villain.
Right, but I want my Joker to have fun. I want it to be crazy, chaotic, just all those style in the world is awesomeness. And I felt like Jack Nicholson and Jared Leto brought the chaotic fun without any sort of lessons involved.
I mean, another reason why I really enjoy Batman is that like all of his villains, like all of the villains have their own backstory to them. Like
the villains are awesome.
Yeah, like Joker, Riddler, Penguin, like.
That's why I loved watching Gotham.
Yeah,
because I love origin stories.
Gotham is awesome. Hey, I like what's his name? Zsasz. Victor Zsasz is like my favorite character on the show, man.
Yeah,
I always get excited when Zsasz shows up.
Like I love that, like all of the characters, even like they all have their own like little backstory to them, and I it's just like you don't really see too many other villains that we had, or too many other heroes that had, besides Superman's villain.
Yeah, you're not
really
as invested in the villain as some of the other
in the villain as you are in. Yeah.
Right. So like DC's known for their villains and Marvel's known for their heroes. Like that's kind of like the difference. Yeah, like you love DC's villains, man. They're awesome. But
So
Just
I
like
mean,
I
for
feel for
me,
Batman Forever, I think that Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones like outshine Val Kilmer's Batman. We watch him for the villains in Batman Forever. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm glad that y'all are big fans of this. That's awesome. That's really awesome.
I don't
I
have a
freaking
choice.
love superhero movies. Like
I do too.
I'll go by myself to the
I do
theater.
too, but I don't really have a choice in the matter anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I don't
don't.
really choose anymore. Like, my husband is a comic book superhero fanatic. Like, I would have never thought that I would be going and planning con.
All right.
I do.
Did you read any comic books as a kid, Elisha?
Not really, no. I just watched movies. Like, I watched
Blink Man
Batman.
and Meteor Man. All right.
Yeah, I watch movies, like, but I being with John, like, I have learned so much about superheroes and people that I didn't even know existed.
Oh, there's an unnerving amount of characters.
Yeah, and
Was he reading
like,
the comic books,
ultra
Elisha?
world of like who?
John.
John? Are you kidding me? I have a feeling that I think I have a hoarder on my hands.
Oh crap!
No, he has so many comic books. He has, I think he said he's up to like 1,200 action figures. But like his action yeah, he has a whole lot.
I gotta see this collection. 1,200. Where are y'all keeping this?
Right now they're in bins, but in his old room, which is in the room next to this one, he had shelves put up in his room, and all his action figures, I call them baby dolls, were on his shelves according to.
I'm sure he don't like that.
What did I call them, baby dolls?
Yeah, you're like, no, baby dolls are action figures.
That's what he says to me all the time. He said, "You can own whatever you want." He's like, "But my collection could possibly make us a lot of money one day." I was like, "Well, not right now." So
he ain't gonna let that go unless he absolutely has to.
no, I'm already looking into getting him one of those. When we were at the Comic-Con the one time, this guy, he builds these shelves, like they're big, and it's like you could do there's a Marvel one, and then there's the DC one, and then you could do Avenger one, and whatever the other people are, I don't know. Yeah. But like he has all, you can get it custom made and built, and then like there's like lights on it, and then it changes the colors, and it says Avengers, or it says DC, or it says Marvel on it. It's really cool. Like, I thought it was really cool, but it's quite expensive. But
they're not cheap, man. Those display cases and stuff. No.
Yeah. So I said that it would be worth it. I mean, they're not that expensive. It's like $1,500 for it. It's not that bad, but it's still like, I think he would love it. So.
All right, hey,
it's not like he would go to waste.
Go for it.
Right. So it's not like the money would go to waste, because I know he would like go crazy over it. So. But yeah, that was our plan. Like, next year when we have our reception, like we're gonna get he's gonna get his suit jacket on the inside. He's gonna get the lining taken out, and they're gonna put a comic book lining in it. And I told him he can do Joker, and I'll do Harley Quinn.
I like it. Hey, wait, speaking of that, did y'all see the Harley Quinn movie, The Birds of Prey? I didn't like it that much.
Me neither.
It was real kind of like, it took too long to get the group together, and it was like, I was really disappointed. I like Suicide Squad. I did. And then the Birds of Prey it just fell flat.
I liked it. I had low expectations, so maybe that was why it was like, oh, all right, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be.
I just feel like she didn't have the same like kapow as she did in Suicide Squad. Like she was awesome in Suicide Squad, and then just Birds of Prey
Yes.
was like,
I like her fighting
Yeah.
style.
They were trying to make it too much like Deadpool.
Yeah, and they can't. You can't. The reason
Like,
why
I
Deadpool's
felt like
successful
they were trying to make.
is because of Ryan Reynolds. Like, so you really can't duplicate Ryan Reynolds and try to make Margot Robbie be Ryan Reynolds for, it doesn't. But continue. At least you were saying something else.
Right. And they tried to make. Well, no, what I was saying is it just reminded me of Deadpool and how like they were trying to do like a narrative behind the narrating. And it was like, no. I was like, no.
Yeah, like breaking the fourth wall type of shit. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, that's not who she is. Like, that's not her character. Deadpool's character, that's who he is. He's an asshole. So it just like fit. Like when they did Deadpool, I love Deadpool. Like it's one of my favorite movies. Like
Yeah.
because he's just so funny. Like, and it's just like he does the part so well.
He
Like
really does.
he killed.
And it sucks that like Ryan had to wait 8 years after he wrote the script for that for it to get produced. But yeah, he did it because he fucked up the first
script.
Deadpool.
He did.
Yeah, he wrote the script. Yeah.
So I like him even more now since learning that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, they had it. And they kind of sat on it for a while. They really couldn't find anyone to produce it, and because it was a redemption thing because he did Deadpool when they did the Wolverine origin movie, and it was horrible. That's why he kills him in the second one. He kills his original Deadpool as part of the second movie because it was a horrible Deadpool he did. And yeah, so that was awesome. That's one of those movies that I can watch over and over and never get tired of it.
So let me ask you guys, what's your all-time, let's go movie. What's your favorite movie? It doesn't matter.